Hey, what's up? What we're going to do today is I am going to show you how to create a workflow that is going to enable an email to get sent out automatically 2 days after a contact is created. And what this is going to do is allow you to send like a personalized email. And it's going to go on top of the email campaigns that are already getting sent out. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. First thing you're going to need to do is navigate to your dashboard. Come down here to marketing. Then up here to emails, you're going to come down to templates. We are going to come all the way over here to new and create a blank template and go into the design editor. Now, what we're doing at this point is we are going to create the email that we want to go out the 2 days after the contact is created. Because when you go to create the workflow, you're going to need something to reference. All right. Let me show you around how to create this email too while we're at it. Now, everything that you see over here on the left side these are your elements for creating the email. Really, the only ones that you're probably going to be needing are these first 6. Okay. Your text, your image, your button, your logo, your divider, and your socials. You may not need the divider or the socials, but they're in that group, so we'll talk about them. All right, and how you use these are you just drag them over to wherever you want them within the email. So this is the text, so you want to drop it here. You can delete these, you can delete this. If you want an image, you can just drag it over here. Let's put a button in here. We can throw a logo on top. And let's put our socials down here. And I'll just walk you through each one of these now. So for your logo, if you want to upload your logo and have it appear in your email, you can either link to it with a URL or you can come over here and upload it from your media library. And that's the way I suggest it. Okay. They'll take you to your media library that's already in your workspace. So if you have your logo already in your media library, then it'll make it really easy. So I've got a bunch of logos in here. So we'll just select one of these. Here's a good one. Okay. So now I've got a logo up top, and this is where your email will go in the text column. So we'll just put, here. You want this to be personalized. So at this point, if you come over here into your custom values, do you see that little icon up there? It'll say custom values. It looks like just a box, right? Now you want this to be contact and either their full name or their first name. I suggest using their first name. And now look, it's going to say dear. And when it goes out, it's going to fill in their first name automatically. And then they're going to be like, hi, I am. And then you can use another custom value for your name because you are the user. You can do your full name. And then I wanted to say welcome. And then put in all that stuff that you want to put in there. Like if you got any questions, here's my email and all that. And then, sign off. Bye. Okay. So anyways, that'll be the substance of your email right there. Now to do an image exactly the same as what we did for your logo. And I really suggest that you use your media library for all your stuff because it makes it so much easier. But if you do want to do the URL, I still suggest you use these because check this out. You can just right click on it and it's got a get link. And now you've got the URL and it's the exact same thing, but that URL is never going to change if you leave that in your media library. So anyways, now we have an image. Kind of cool. The image is an image of an image. All right. Now, make these bigger, smaller, whatever you want to do. Manipulate the size. You can do stuff with the padding and everything down here. Whatever you want to do, just play around with it. I'm just giving you the basics. Now, this button here, I like to use these buttons instead of having something that says click here. Okay, because that is one of those things that gets caught by the spam filters. They don't like when you say click here. So you can just add yourself a button and then be like, join EIA, right? And now your button says join EIA, and you got this URL down here, and that's where you can put your affiliate link. EIA live.com/up/question mark AFD equals DRU. Right? So now they click on that button, it's going to your affiliate link. Now, the last thing on here, if you want to get clever, you can put in all your social media links. Like if you want to drive them to your Facebook page or your Instagram or X, Pinterest, if you mention something about your YouTube page or your Facebook groups in the text of your content, you can say like down below are the links or something like that. Okay, so you can do the URL to all of these just by clicking on them and entering that information on them each individually. All right. So basically, that would be the email that you want to get sent. I know it's not really formatted like I'm going to send it, but when you do this, really put in that information. So I'll make this the example email. Now you want to save this template. We've got our template saved. We're going to go back. And now we are going to select automations. Workflows is the first page that'll come up. And now we want to create a workflow and start from scratch. Now this screen is going to pop up. The first thing you're going to have to do is add a trigger. And because we know we want our workflow to be sending an email 2 days after a contact was created, the first thing that needs to happen is a contact needs to be created. So that will be our trigger. So if you just click on it, and it just so happens to be one of the first ones, but if you needed to search for it, you would just put right in here, search for create contact or contact create. But because it's right there, we're just going to click on it. And now nothing else special needs to happen because all we want is a simple contact create. We don't need any other parameters like a contact is created with this first name. Don't even worry about any of those. That's our trigger. Just a contact is created. So boom. Now we have our trigger. Come down here to this plus sign. Now we're going to do the next element of it, which we want to wait. We want to wait 2 days after the contact is created. So go to that search bar, type in wait. We're going to click on wait. Remember, we said 2 days. So we're going to put 2, and it's like days. And you can make this any amount of time, down minutes, hours, days, I mean, however long. But this one we decided was going to be 2 days. So we changed it to 2 days. We're going to wait 2 days after the contact is created to do what? Hit that plus button. And we are going to send an email, right? So use that search bar again to send an email. And now you're going to have to create or fill in all this information. This action is just basically what this email is going to do. So we're going to be like, this is the email for after contact. Jeez, I am not spelling right. After contact created. Okay. And then the from name, that's your name. Whatever name you want them to know you as. Your email, just put whatever email that you want it to come from, and your subject. Welcome, 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 whatever subject you want to do. And then this is why we had to do our template, okay? Because that's the next thing right here. We're going to select that email that we created, and we named ours example email. And you'll see it pop up in here. There's a little image of it, and you can go back and edit it at this point too. Just make sure that you save it when you do that. If you want to send a test email, you just put in whatever email you want, send test email, and it'll pop up in your inbox if that's where you're sending it. That is the email that we want to go out 2 days after a contact is created. So we're just going to save this action, and boom, that workflow has been created. And you see end is like we don't have to add end is always there. So now the last thing we got to do, the last few things we got to do, let's name this thing. I'm just going to do test workflow because I'm not actually going to use this one. Okay, we've named it. And you want to, if you want to make it live, you're going to flip this to publish. You're going to mash that save button. All right. And when you do that, you'll come back to workflow. Like I said, I'm not really going to use this. So, but you'll have a list of your workflows and the status of each workflow down here. So you see, I've got a couple published. They'll tell you how many people are in that, how many people are active in it. and you can get all kinds of analytics. So that's if you want to double check to make sure that it is active, and if it's published, it is active. Now your campaign is live. It is going to send an email out 2 days after a contact is created. And I know I blew through that real quick and it tried to make it simple, but I do have a walkthrough that is also available for this, so that if I went too fast for you, there's a little ebook text walkthrough presentation thing for you. And I have left that link down below. Hopefully that helps.